Hi guys, from a sunny Melbourne, Victoria. Once again, Michael from Xcub 60cc, Hanger 9, build and review. Just wanted to do a quick video to highlight the differences between starting a gas plane versus starting a gas plane manually, as what normally needs to be done when you're operating a gasoline powered plane, or in Australia a petrol powered plane. In this case I'm going to demonstrate it on the 33cc Evolution engine that I have on my Hanger 9 quarter scale Super Cub. Just for demonstration purposes, the wings are off, just in case it decides to get a problem, and obviously I don't want it flying away, so without wings it can't fly. So just for demo purposes, I just wanted to highlight the differences. So I've got my transmitter set up for the Super Cub. So normally the process of starting a motor that's gas operated, so if this was a cold start, which it's not, because I just got the idea to do a video on this after I decided to just run some fuel through the motor, as it hasn't been started for 3 months now. And as it did with the cold start, there haven't been any issues, so it started pretty much first go. So normally the first thing you'd need to do is fuel it up, which in my case I decided to borrow some tech from my old helicopters, my nitro helicopter, which is the quick fill, so I don't have to pinch any hoses, or it's basically the same thing as having a quick fill fuel dot, which is normally located somewhere on the side of the aircraft on the bottom. But in this case I've located it on the cowl, so it's easier for me to access when I remove the cowl and if I need to inspect it. So once the fuel's been pumped in, and in my case I use Penrite full synthetic oil on 91 unleaded, normally Shell or BP, which is readily available throughout the world. And I'm running a 33cc Evolution engine, which was the recommended engine for this aircraft when I purchased it. So I didn't stray far from the recommendations of the instruction manuals. So in that case, it's full of fuel now, or actually half tank. It's just for running purposes. The needles are located there, high and low, and I have access on the bottom of the plane through a porthole that I dremeled in there and there. And this is a difference between the DLE 55RA on the Xcub versus this. Is the carburetor is on the front, whereas on the Xcub the carby is in the actual cowl, or in the firewall basically, so I can't access it. So normally what I do is, with the ignition switched off, so the electric ignition is switched off, on a cold start normally I would go full throttle, so hold off, full throttle, but leave the choke in choke position, and then normally what I do is cover the little hole here on the carburetor, as you can see. So while I'm covering that, ignition switched off, I then prime the carby by spinning around about 7 times, and I do that keeping my finger there, and obviously I can't spin the whole rotation of the propeller with my finger there, so what I do is I cheat. On the compression point of the motor, what I do is I just go left and right on the compression point, and that's how I prime the engine, doing that. So once I can feel that there's petrol on my finger, I just do that, and if it's wet, then what I do is switch the ignition on, and then while the choke is still on, throttle down, and I spin away. So once you hear that pop, what you do then, keeping the ignition on, you then open the choke, make sure your throttle is just a crack open. In my case I've set my throttle to open a couple of clicks on the throttle trim. Then after that's done, you just spin until it cracks open, or until it switches on, sorry. put the phone down for a second, give me a sec. Might need to actually re-choke it. So ignition back off. Throttle down. Choke open. So that's the problem with these things, is they're so hard to start at the first few cracks. So I'll put the phone there so I can actually record. Excuse the noise from the bin truck. A little bit, guys, but it's the best I can do. Nobody's here to hold my camera while I record. But that's the basics of operating a gas-operated plane. And look, once you've got the hang of it, it's not too hard. It's just you will use your arm muscles a little bit, but I guess that's the whole point of the hobby, is you do get a little bit of exercise as well. I'm going to switch it off now so I can talk to you guys properly. Give it a bit of a rev. Throttle hold. So if it's on throttle hold, that means no matter what I do with the throttle, it won't increase the rev. So just going to leave that on for a few minutes just to run some fuel through it. But that covers the basics of how to do that, and that's the reason why I purchased the electric starter, onboard starter for the Xcub. It wasn't really for the fact that I'm lazy and I can't spin a motor, but the fact that yes, it would have required me spinning that blade or that propeller a lot more times than what I'd really like to manually, around about 30 or 40 times from last count without a starter. Basically because the carburetor's at the back, the fuel line is longer than what's on the Super Cub. So in saying that, I'll end that video here. Thank you so much for watching once again. Hopefully that's been an informative video for you guys. I do apologise for the quality of the video once again. As usual, I have nobody to hold the video for me, or the camera for me. But I am looking on investing a little bit of money on better equipment to make more videos for you guys. I'd like to give a shout out to those guys who commented. Truck driver from New Zealand. Thank you so much. Makes these videos worth it for the comments that we said. Makes them worth making. And also shout out to Tom, you know who you are. Once again, thank you very much for watching. Until the next video, comment if you like, and subscribe and click on the bell icon so you can see every time I post a new video. So hopefully the next videos coming up, in the next few videos, sorry, will be the maiden start of the Xcub. Looking forward to that, to see how well the electric onboard starter works, and along with the plumbing for the fuel lines, but that'll be in the upcoming videos. I'm not going to guarantee it's on the next video, but I do have still a few things to go. But yes, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you very much.